NASA's Planetary Defense Officer. Lindley, you heard Lena. We are now precision locked. A lot of applause. Things are looking good. And we are now headed for the moment of truth. How are you holding up?
Oh, I'm doing great. The team's been doing great. The spacecraft's doing great. This precision lock, is absolute milestone for the terminal phase here. We've got a good signature on Dimorphos. So the spacecraft has what it needs to guide itself in for the impact here in 17, almost 18 minutes. So we're doing great.
Yep, so close. Very exciting moments ahead. Now, we can't say this enough, and I know you've said it so many times, but it's worth repeating for viewers that Dimorphos is not a threat to Earth, nor will it be after impact, right?
No, that's right. This asteroid system is still almost 7 million miles away from the Earth. It's at its closest point in the orbit right now to Earth. So from this point forward, it's going to be moving away from Earth. So there's no chance of anything here. We've got to look for all the other unknown asteroids out there still to find what the hazard really is.
Thanks so much, Lindley. I'll catch you on the other side of impact.
Okay, if you can.
Back to you, Tahira.
All right, thanks, Samson. It is amazing to know that we have a precision lock on target Dimorphos. Now, we have a fun way for you to join our mission, and it is by signing up to be a planetary defender. Visit bity.com/planetary defender. Take the quiz and receive a certificate like this one. Now, once it's official, show us on social media using the hashtag Planetary Defender. Now, telescopes from around the world are observing tonight's impact to ensure that how successful we are at changing the asteroid's orbit. They'll be measuring this success. And you may be wondering, how does that happen? Let's go behind the scenes with astronomer Nick Moskovitz at Lowell Observatory, home to the telescope that discovered Pluto, to see what's in store for DART.
This is Lowell Observatory. Lowell is one of many observatories around the world that will be observing the DART impact, NASA's first ever planetary defense test mission, to see how much a spacecraft impact can deflect an asteroid in its orbit. This is where Pluto was discovered, and we are still doing research in all areas of astronomy today. So let's go check it out. This is the Pluto telescope, the telescope that was used to discover Pluto almost 100 years ago. So here we are at the Clark telescope. This is where Percival Lowell sat.
Right now, we gotta do one cut out while this guy's talking about his telescope.
Let's head on over to the Lowell Discovery Telescope, about an hour south of Flagstaff, which is where we are going to be collecting data for the DART mission.
The reason we're all the way out here in
the middle of this forest is that we have really dark skies here. And this is the Lowell Discovery Telescope. This is what a 4.3 meter telescope looks like. This is what we will be using to study Didymos and Dimorphos in the days and weeks after DART impact. The DART
I'm ahead of you.
will be hitting an asteroid called Dimorphos. It's special because it's a binary asteroid, which means a satellite around a larger asteroid called Didymos. And DART will actually be hitting Dimorphos. What we will be measuring is how much DART changes the orbit of Dimorphos around Didymos. So this is an important test for planetary defense mitigation strategies.
I don't know if my speakers, my speaker picking up my mic picking up my speakers,
which will be used to study Didymos and Dimorphos. Global coordinated
I'm hearing it twice, but
I got it on. That's in the middle of the telescope up here. Up at the top,
what's up,
I don't know if you're hearing it from me, but I'll turn mine down. The light down onto the instrument allows us to take images with the camera that's located down at the bottom.
Not too much, man. How are you?
Favorite hidden rooms at the telescope? We're standing inside the telescope, underneath the telescope, 100 tons above your head, held up by this and this, which is cool.
Damn, I love your background.
You can see the highest peak around here.
No.
Just over 8,000 feet. I come up here for sunset. Sunset.
I can make my mind up on which one I wanted.
Perfect. For DART, we're going to be collecting images of the night sky. And typically, an observer would be here in front of one of these consoles, controlling the instrument and taking images like these as they're coming in off the telescope. DART is really a sort of before and after experiment. We need to understand the system before the spacecraft intentionally impacts, and then we have to understand what the outcome of that impact event is. As we watch from the Earth, Dimorphos will pass in front of Didymos.
Been watching this live dark cam.
What we will be doing with those images is
this
measuring the
hasn't been getting
brightness
bigger
of
for a
Didymos
while,
in
in my
those
opinion.
and looking at how
It
the
is supposed to
brightness
impact in
changes.
like
Those dips in brightness
13
allow
minutes.
us to measure when these eclipses happen and measure the orbit period of Dimorphos. So you have essentially a fixed star.
It's gotta have either that or the
white
grill.
dots or stars of different brightness, and moving through this field is Didymos.
So there's
and Dimorphos.
yeah, I need to
Again,
find
we can't
that.
distinguish them as discrete points of light, but we have that small object moving through the field of view. So after impact, we will then be able to go back and start observing intensely, looking for those neutral events, those eclipse events of Dimorphos passing in front of and behind Didymos. And each one of these frames, we're measuring the brightness to assess whether or not it's undergoing one of these events where Dimorphos is passing in front of or behind, and using those to determine the orbit period of Dimorphos around Didymos.
Ah,
This is
nice.
such a cool experiment.
Oh,
It's
and
such
I
a
love
singular
poo and
experiment,
Bigfoot,
using
man.
the ground-based telescopes like this one and others around the world to watch the system and see how it's affected by this impact event. Because that's really what's going to give us the answer to what did DART do at the time of impact. And that will be exciting to see how that evolves over the days and weeks following that incident.
Ooh, excuse me.
All right. After a 10-month, 470 million mile journey, DART is just minutes away from making history. A truly global effort. This mission has brought together people from around
Where do you
the
see
world, united under
the
one
live
goal,
camera?
to find a way to protect humanity
It was, now
from a
it's,
hazardous
are you watching the
asteroid
stream I shared?
if one were ever discovered.
Yeah.
Now, usually
Well, now it's
NASA
on the big
spacecraft are
screen
intended to
on my
operate
end.
for
I'm
many
about to
years
go,
or even decades.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But not
I was in the
decades.
bottom
DART
left.
was
There's like a
built
little
to be destroyed. DART is a mission of firsts,
Twitch now,
proving
real
that a
quick to see.
spacecraft can
Might be better
autonomously
just to watch
seek,
Josh's
find,
stream.
and approach a target in
That way
space
we're all
that's
synced
so
on it.
far away, we
I'm
don't
gonna
even
do
know
that too.
what it looks like. It also marks the first time humanity will have moved a planetary body in the universe. I said that correctly. Now, at this point, the spacecraft is controlling itself, making small maneuvers to ensure it's lined up with its target. DART is
Where
speeding
is
through
it?
space
Like, how?
and will
Where
cover
is
the
that
last
thing?
4 miles of its journey in just 1
No idea.
second. Coming up, we'll hear the final updates from mission operators and witness the big moment live.
What thing are
from
you
space.
speaking of, sir?
Samson, you have the
What-
best
the
seat in
asteroid
the house.
that
How
they're-
are we looking?
Oh,
You're right,
supposedly
Tahira.
gonna move.
Front row tickets to the biggest event in town, and things are looking good. We are T-minus 10 minutes to impact, and DART is precision locked onto Dimorphos and zooming down the
well, with
home
there being
stretch.
light, maybe
Now, we have a
they're
lot to
on
cover in the time we have left, and I'm
our
thrilled to
side
have
somewhere.
meet Lori Glaze, Director of NASA's Planetary Science Division, with me for the ride. Lori, such a pleasure to have you.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be here and really
I
happy
mean, I
that
feel
we
the
are
way
here in this final 2
humans
minutes.
work
We
our-
almost there.
While you
our
were
American
just
boundaries
thick
even
of it
shoot out into
with the
space.
team up
So
in
we're only
top
really
in
fucking
Minnesota.
with this thing because it's
Atmosphere like
over the
I
United
can only
States.
imagine.
It's really, it's great. I mean, they're excited.
I'm dead ass.
Every time there's a marker that we
Oh.
meet a milestone, everyone is cheering and very excited. But there's also almost a sense of a calm confidence that with every milestone, everything's going, you know, as planned. We're found and we locked on the target as planned, pretty much at the right time. They're looking at the brightness and the reflectivity of the object, and it's more or less what they expected. Everything is performing as expected, and so there's a lot of cheering and happiness, but just kind of a sense, hey, you know, we've been planning for this a long time, and we've got it.
We've got this. We've been planning for this. We can hear applause left and right throughout this evening, all good signs. What are they focused on at this critical juncture, Lori? It is basically years of planning, 10 months of making sure we get to this point after launch.
My headset.
And they've been juggling a lot.
pick up,
Is there anything in particular that they are glued on
audio.
as we enter this moment of truth?
Yeah, so the main thing they've been watching is, you know, getting to that point where we could do the precision
You guys
lock,
could hear me,
where we
right?
had good enough signal coming back and enough confidence
Had a
in
driver
where we are
update.
relative
Now I can
to
still set it on
diagnosis, that we could
applications like
really
Skype or
do that
Discord as the
precision
one I
lock
want to hear,
onto the target.
but
It's hands
Windows
off
is
now,
not
right? We're not
given as an
you know,
option for
the
a sound
spacecraft
device.
is going to drive itself, and really focused on that you know, that point where they could be precision locked. And they're also thinking about looking at and reassessing continuously what's the probability of miss, right? As you get closer and closer, that probability should get smaller and smaller, and it is. It looks really, really good right now.
Well, it sounds like the game of thinking, of wondering, really doesn't end until that last second comes to pass. So they can do a lot of great up until this point. We just have to see this
I just looked
through
at
to
it.
these
Now they're
last
getting
few
bigger.
minutes. Well, and in a few minutes, speaking of that, all the years of thinking, of doing, planning, reacting is finally coming to an end. From 5 minutes to impact, there will be no more opportunity to send any commands to SmartNav in the Mission Operations Center. The team will be purely spectators, the data coming in, and they are just wetting it out like the rest of us for the first time. Lori, this is huge both from an operational perspective and also an emotional one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you can imagine, you know, I'm really excited about it, and I've been engaged with this mission for, you know, the last 4.5 years that I've been in my current role. But this team has been working so hard on this for so many years, and they've put so much of their energy and their time into this, and so much planning and rehearsing. And, you know, it's a really big event for them to, like you say, just counting down and watching. At this point, there's not much else they can do but watch and see the fruits of all their work.
Yeah, I've gotten to know many members of this team over the past few months, and you know, there's a lot of alpha individuals on there, right? You need a good mix of alpha people to make sure we get to this point. I can only imagine what they're feeling. Perhaps, like you said, a little bit of relief, a little bit of, can I let this go? I have worked for this one so long, and now we can no longer do anything. That moment is just coming up.
Yeah, but I think they're ready. I think they're at that point. You know, you're getting some shots of Elena Adams, the systems engineer, and you can see the excitement in her voice. She's so ready to show the success of this mission.
This is awesome. 5 minutes out, which we're coming up on now. The team will be hands off 2.5 minutes from impact. SmartNav, which has been guiding the spacecraft autonomously for 4 hours, will also step away, stop any maneuvers. Dart will simply
my mic picking up these sirens in the background.
Blockbuster stuff, Lori.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We are there. Yeah.
I have front row tickets, and we are very soon about to open up these airwaves in the Mission Operations Center. We'll stay plugged in all the way through impact. Remember, at this point, 5 minutes out, no more commands to SmartNav will be possible. The team is watching it just like you and me and the rest of us. All right, we've reached 5 minutes from impact. The final command opportunity to SmartNav has passed, and the team is simply watching that data stream in just like we are. Also remember, there is a 38-second lag for the data to travel to Earth, and also an additional few more seconds for image processing. It's important to note that.
Watch, they actually hit this into Earth.
Yeah.
Or the fucking millions of pieces that it's supposed to blow up into.
5 minutes to impact. 5 minutes
Or
to impact.
We'd impact alien life and start a galactic war.
Oh my god.
That would be worse. I don't think they're blowing it up. No, they're just trying to move it, right?
Our window for sending any commands to the spacecraft is done.
Ooh, you sound good.
This is a great vibe in that Mission Operations Center.
What are they all clapping about? I didn't hear that.
It really is. They are so excited. And
I don't know. I know they don't have any control
I'm honing in
anymore.
these images as we get closer and closer, and you look at Didymos, and just you're starting to see this physical body appear there. It's incredible, just incredible.
Wonder how much
Still
this
having a
costs.
hard time
I can see
believing
that being
this
a
is
pretty
real
stressful
energy
project.
in
Like,
real time.
okay, we got
Yeah.
3 minutes
Yeah, but you've
and
been watching it over the last
couple $1 billion.
30, 45
Let's see if
minutes
this thing
go
works.
from just
Yeah.
being a collection of individual pixels, and now you can
Years
of
actually see
people's
the
salaries.
shape and the
Yeah, no
shading
kidding.
and texture of Didymos, and we're
I'm
going
worried
to see
about
that
my
same
little,
thing with Dimorphos as we get closer and
projects,
closer.
upgrading
It's so
databases.
cool.
Never before seen images of Dimorphos will come into stark relief a few
Absolutely.
seconds before impact.
Didymos. It's amazing.
I just want to see this thing like veer off on the wrong asteroid. I know it's supposed to knock the little one.
The team is
Yeah.
standing just recognizing this moment years in the making. It is really nice to see them relax a little bit, get off from those computers that they've been glued to, and just appreciate this moment that's coming.
Yeah, and they've earned this. It's just great to see them there. This is so
Yeah,
cool.
Jason and Jeff are gonna miss it.
Another major milestone. We
Yeah,
are
they
now
are.
2 minutes and a half from impact, and SmartNav has stopped maneuvering the spacecraft. Dart is now coasting toward Dimorphos, and we hope into the history books.
Absolutely. This will be, I'm sure you've heard it many times tonight, humanity's first ever attempt at trying to move another celestial body. And also
I'm
our
reading
first
the
attempt ever
chat. They're
to
the
execute a
closed
mission
captions.
in-
It says this
for
thing's
purposes of
coasted
planetary
and
defense.
it is
So
locked in. There's no
what
more
an
adjusting.
exciting time. Yeah, and I'm starting to see Dimorphos start to come into view there. You can see it starting to take shape. I'm starting to see individual boulders on Didymos. Unbelievable clarity of images there.
I think I see the high and dry.
Since it's going to be about 17.
Alright.
All eyes on this event. Space telescopes, ground telescopes from every continent on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. 2 minutes out. Does not look like one single rock.
Oh, boy, we're getting close.
14,000 miles per hour, Lori.
14,000
minute.
miles per hour, and remember, 45 minutes ago, 55 minutes ago.
Did
we
they
couldn't
just say
even
14,000
14,000?
object
Yes,
in
they
space,
did.
and
Holy
now
shit.
you can see us zeroing in right on target.
And we're now dropping the clock, and we'll go by loss of signal to confirm impact.
Right. Yes. Imagine we'll get that loss of signal, and then we'll hear from Lena Adams again, letting us know.
Well, loss of signal
Like,
confirms
that's
impact.
Crystal clear
Yeah.
signal.
I think so.
What's
We're starting to see
interesting,
more,
like, do they have
more resolution.
anything-
In fact, look at that.
another
Didymos has even
spacecraft
come out
somewhere
of
I think
view.
Hubble-
We're now
monitoring
just
it,
seeing
or they're
Dimorphos.
just
Hubble
okay.
and Weber actually pointed at it.
Remarkable stuff.
So there might be some post-game analysis.
Oh my goodness.
So that they
look at
can
that.
see how much
Looks
they
like
move the
control
thing.
system's
Yeah.
settling down. Angular rates look really good. I think we're going to get the investigation team some good pictures.
Wow.
No, come on. We can do better than that.
Yep. Starting to see those individual boulders there. You can see shadows of the
Almost
various
30
rocks on the
seconds till
surface.
impact. It's amazing, guys. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks dead center.
Looks to me like
Yeah,
we're
it
headed
does.
straight in. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. 8,
Yeah.
7,
Oh,
6,
wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow.
Awaiting visual confirmation.
All right. Let's see. We got it?
Wow, that's kind of crazy. Wow, look at those
Yeah.
pictures.
And we have impact. A giant leap for humanity in the name of planetary defense.
Woo. Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Oh,
What a moment. Very few words can really capture this moment. This is beautiful to watch.
Well, that was a nice win for NASA.
What a team.
Pumping Artemis.
What a team and what an accomplishment.
Team. A few weeks ago, they had their last dress rehearsal.
It seems like
They were getting
little,
emotional at the dress rehearsal, and they're like, "This is."
I feel like there was supposed to be
crazy.
some
We're getting
Aerosmith
emotional.
playing
This is how
though,
they
right?
feel. I can imagine what they are feeling right now.
Yeah. Well, you can see them there on screen. They're all pretty excited. Wow.
Hearing impact, the curtains close on
Congratulations,
Drake
NASA.
Speed. That raw joy from the team, years of hard work and the weight of expectation lifted off their shoulders. This is amazing. This is beautiful, and Lori, really, this is a huge moment for the mission. Lots more work needs to happen in the days, weeks,
Absolutely. Now, you know, as I always say, it's one of my favorite missions. Now is when the science starts. It just starts now. Now that we've impacted, now we're going to see for real how effective we were. We're going to train all of those ground-based
look at all these nerds.
telescopes on the Didymos Dimorphos system, and we're going to make measurements that will help us determine just what its orbit looks like now relative to what it was before. So it's going to be great. Very cool.
All right, this is when science, engineering, and a great purpose, planetary defense, come together, and you know, it makes a magical moment like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see so many people there that have made this happen. The team of APL engineers.
I didn't realize I did that.
An era in which we
like that.
potentially have the capability to protect ourselves.
Best part of the whole show right there.
Dangerous,
The last 30 seconds.
asteroid impact. What an amazing thing. We've never had that capability before.
Thank you so much, Larry. Those are poignant last words. Tahira, history has been made. Back to you.
Wow, I mean, what an exciting day for the DART team. And in case you're keeping score, humanity 1, asteroids 0. Now, I'm here with Nancy Chabot, DART coordination lead. Nancy, talk about a moment to catch on camera. What is going through your head right now?
I mean, I'm just thinking, wow, that was amazing, wasn't it? I mean, those images, you just got closer and closer, and sort of we've been planning for this moment. We've been talking about it for years. At APL here, we've been working on this since 2015, and I knew, I've been talking, these are the images that we're going to see, and they're going to be spectacular. And I think even then they exceeded my expectations of just zooming in like that, and you know, it really is just such the team accomplishment, and to get to this moment over so many years. And I don't have to talk about it as coming anymore. It's happened now. We have done this.
It's happened, and it is just incredible that as humans, like, we have done this. We did this. And Nancy, do you have anything you'd like to say to the teams who made tonight possible?
Oh, I mean, I don't need to say anything to the teams because I know everybody like me is really proud to be part of this, right? Proud of this thing that we've been working on for years, you know, and even before 2015, internationally, people wanted to do this. People wanted to take this first test. And then we finally did. Partners across the United States. We have actually 28 countries represented on our investigation team of scientists, telescopes on all 7 continents, everybody doing their part to make this moment happen. I know I'm really honored to be on this team, and I know other people on the team feel the same way.
As you should, Nancy, and I mean,
that satellite launched in November 2021.
That we have confirmed impact. Can you let us know what's next for this mission?
Well, I mean, I think I'm still taking a moment here. You know, because this is a big deal, and this was a really hard technology demonstration.
The Hubble and James Webb are going to try to watch this
spectacular fashion. But I know other scientists on the team, like me, are already pointing at those images, being like, "Did you see that boulder? Did you see that smooth area? Did you see the shape? What does that mean?" And Michikyu, is like flying by right about now. Their close approach, like taking images, and they're storing them, and we'll get those in the next days. Telescopes here and in space are looking. They're looking at the brightening of the rock that's thrown off from that spectacular collision that we saw, and this is going to go on for weeks. And so there's still a lot of excitement to come, but nothing to take away from this moment.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. It looks like everybody is celebrating here in Mission Operations. I think I just saw Bill Nye there. And so it is a huge day for this team, but also for humanity. You know, Nancy, you mentioned earlier about some of the international collaborations. And could you give us an idea on kind of the scope of DART's mission, right? It's not just us in the United States that's focusing on this. So can you expand a little on that?
Yeah, I mean, planetary defense is really an international issue. We are all on this planet together, right? I mean, and I think it's been so great for this mission to really support and embrace that international cooperation for planetary defense so that we can maximize what we learn. And this idea came about from international scientists talking to each other, working together, you know, in order to make this moment happen for NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office, building the spacecraft here at APL.
Should have been an astronomer,
really,
Greg.
Scientists around the world are ready to study the, what did we do to Dimorphos, but more importantly, what does that mean for potentially applying this in the future? I mean, DART really is just the start. It's just the first planetary defense test mission. It was spectacular, and it's accomplished, and we'll figure out how effective it was. That's really what we're going to learn in the next weeks to come. All right, we hit this.
Boy, that command room emptied out. I wonder where they all went.
And what would that mean for using it?
Yeah, there's still so much to unpackage here. And so we have a special guest who is wondering, you know, more of what's next for this big mission. So let's hear from her now.
Hey everyone, I'm Danny Hansen, American Paralympic rower and hydro athlete.
You're probably not wrong though.
Yeah, something like that. They're at a Chili's or Applebee's.
So congratulations. And with that, here's my question. Now that DART has impacted, how will you know if the spacecraft has actually changed the asteroid's orbit?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, so this is a double asteroid system. So all we've done here actually is changed slightly how Dimorphos goes around Didymos, right? And the telescopes on the Earth have studied this for years. So we knew it used to be 11 hours and 55 minutes. What is it going to be now? And so the telescopes are going to measure that period change. And they're so good at this. They've done it for decades already to get us to that point. And they're going to work for the next weeks and make that measurement. And when we have it, we're going to be sure to share it with everybody to see how much we did deflect this asteroid with the DART collision.
Wow. Well, Nancy, I mean, it's time for you to celebrate. So congratulations on everything tonight, and go DART.
Oh, go DART. This was spectacular.
Yes. And so we have Samson standing by in Mission Operations with two very special guests. Let's hop over there and see what's going on.
Thanks, Tahira. I have the pleasure of introducing NASA Administrator Bill Nelson, who has a special message.
This looks weird.
Hey, congratulations. Boy, the DART team, you really did this one very well. It's been a successful completion of the first part of the world's first planetary defense test. And there were years of hard work. There was a lot of innovation and creativity that went into this mission. And I believe it's going to teach us how one day to protect our own planet from an incoming asteroid. I really look forward to learning all about what's happening from the observatories so they can tell us about the changes in this asteroid's orbit. So thank you to this international team. We are showing that planetary defense is a global endeavor, and it is very possible to save our planet.
All right.
That was eloquently put, Administrator Nelson. Joining me right now are Deputy NASA Administrator Pam Melroy and APL Director Ralph Semmel. Thank you both for being with me. Pam, I'll start with you. How are you feeling having witnessed this historic event up close?
Oh, I was absolutely elated, especially as we saw the camera getting closer and just realizing all the science that we're going to learn. But the best part was seeing at the end that there was no question there was going to be an impact, and to see the team overjoyed with their success.
That's beautiful. What does this mean for NASA. What does this mean for planetary defense?
Well, NASA works for the benefit of humanity. So for us, it's the ultimate fulfillment of our mission to do something like this, a technology demonstration that, who knows, someday could save our home.
Very powerful. Thank you, Pam. Ralph?
I know I just started a new job, but I'm checking out NASA's job listings.
We've seen a lot of major milestones in APL's history in space. We're talking the first flyby of Pluto, the first mission to orbit Mercury, and now the first spacecraft to impact an asteroid. What was the moment like for you in there?
It was incredible to see how so many years of hard work and creativity resulted in a direct hit of Dimorphos was just an adrenaline rush. I'll add that I've been at the lab now for quite a few years, and I've been involved in a lot of missions and achievements, and never before have I been so excited to see a signal go away and an image to stop.
Ralph, I'm going to give you both a treat right now. We're going to play that replay of impact on our screens right now so we can enjoy it again. What does this achievement mean for Johns Hopkins APL? Huge, right?
Oh, it is huge. And in fact, if you'll excuse the pun-like statement here, the impact on APL, as it was on Dimorphos, is immense. This is exactly the kind of mission that APL seeks to do, a never-before-done mission. I'd like to thank NASA for entrusting us with this mission, and I'd like to tell everyone how proud I am of the entire DART team and APL for this game-changing achievement.
Incredible. Thank you, Ralph. And we're watching that replay right now on our screens and just admiring that remarkable achievement once again.
They were just tiny blobs of light, and now they are real objects to us, which is amazing.
Never before seen up until today.
That is amazing. You know, it's just as good the second and third time.
There's that drop-off, knowing we made impact.
Fantastic.
Well, there you have it. A lot of pride here tonight, along with the promise of big things to come. And with a successful DART impact, that will do it for us today at the Mission Operations Center. Back to you, Tahira.
Amazing. I mean, today is a fantastic day. And DART is just the beginning of a global planetary defense effort. In 2024, the European Space Agency's Hera mission will conduct follow-up observations of asteroid Dimorphos and measure in great detail DART's kinetic impactor tests. Let's take a look.
The DART impact is going to be an incredible moment, something we've been looking for over 17 years. My name is Jan Carnelli, and I'm leading the Hera mission for the European Space Agency. The deflection by DART will be measurable from ground with telescopes. However, only with Hera coming up close and inspecting the asteroid will unveil all of those parameters that will allow us to plan for a deflection mission if one day we need one. This is the propulsion module of the Hera spacecraft that will take us to asteroid Dimorphos and will allow us to study the results of the DART impact. The propulsion module is being built here in Italy and then will be sent to Germany, where will be mated with the instruments and the rest of the spacecraft to be ready for launch in October 2024.
We started designing and conceiving the whole mission and the spacecraft about 2 years ago, and we have a launch date to meet that is a fixed date in October 2024. So it's challenging, but we're making it possible. You could say that Hera is really 3 space missions in one. We have one, the main spacecraft that we are currently building at OHB in Germany, but we also have 2 smaller missions that are spacecraft in their own right. Those are the 2 CubeSats, Juventus and Milani.
CubeSat I'm working on is Milani, which will perform spectral measurements and dust detection following the DART impact. My name is Margherita Cardi from Tevac International in Italy. We will work alongside the other CubeSat, Juventas, which will perform kind of an X-ray of the asteroid to understand the internal structure.
This is going to be the first time that we have CubeSats on board an ESA spacecraft. Once we arrive there, we will be deploying the CubeSats in order to complement ESA's scientific observations, taking more risk, but also trying to have higher rewards.
The CubeSats will be installed on 2 panels that will be mounted on each side of the structure of Hera. They are just the size of shoebox, however they contain complex technology which will really allow to bring added value to the Hera mission.
Hera and DART represent a fantastic international collaboration between NASA and ESA. The 2 missions complement each other and will validate an asteroid deflection technique that we could use in the future to protect planet Earth.
There you have it. Tonight, we've ushered in a new era in planetary defense. At 7:14 p.m. Eastern, the DART spacecraft targeted and collided with Dimorphos, showcasing a technique that we could use if a hazardous asteroid is ever on a collision course with Earth. Even though impact is over, the process of moving the asteroid is still going on as we speak. Over the next days and weeks, we'll be monitoring Dimorphos from all angles, tracking its change in orbit with ground-based observatories, studying the impact crater and ejected materials with space telescopes, and we may even get images from missions like Lucy, Hubble, and Webb. Now, don't miss a beat. For mission updates, follow Asteroid Watch on Twitter, NASA's Solar System on Twitter and Facebook. Remember, impact was just the beginning. Science and images will be rolling in soon, so stay tuned to nasa.gov/DART. We'll be back at 8 p.m. with members of
sell my painting. We'll call it cart. Who do I sell that to?
Who's gonna have a fetish of blood art?
Yeah.
It's a doctor.
On an entire planet?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm somebody. Really?
Somebody somewhere.
Do you want it? It's just of human bodily carnage and like me assassinating things in like artistic, like a super artistic form, like in kind of like a neo cyber like style. I was gonna put it up for auction, but are you serious?
Let me read it.
Like,
but yeah, I might be. I could very much so be interested in something like that too.
okay, yeah, we could work something out. I would totally give you like a discount. I know it's expensive. Even like I mean, if you're gonna sell it, I want a percentage. Obviously, but I mean,
I didn't plan on.
I mean, if you're gonna sell it, I would like to, be part of that. But because I can paint more, like I'm actually a pretty decent painter. Like I literally painted you guys a picture last week. See, this was it. Remember that I made the nano swarm picture too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I put my soul on that canvas.
You don't have a soul.
Get it?
Like, come on.
I put my soul into my painting.
Oh, so we're getting paid. We're hanging out in our new house. Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, I was letting you guys talk it out. But
after we just did.
What planet is this?
Oh yeah. Let me get up my.
Oh, where's my notes? There's my notes. And this is all in our computer story arc. Cordan?
Yep, Cordan.
Yep. We still got the vampire ship coming, dude. I mean, have we figured out how we're going to... We've been having some fun with some carnage in the streets. But have we figured out how we're going to deal with this dude yet? I mean, because...
the
Diamond Falcon is a little, we can run and gun it down in space once we find out where he's at.
I think we should at least try and warn the local authorities.
Not to let it dock?
About what's coming towards them. I don't like what's going on either side, but like if I have to choose like enslaved, well-meaning zombies versus whatever the fuck the guy in that picture was, I choose the enslaved, well-meaning zombies.
So, well, since we've got this new title now here on this planet, and this is where he's coming, so why don't we go over to little baronesses and get our command codes and our rights? Because nobles have rights, right, Deck? I mean, they like get to do things, and they're like, "Ooh, I'm a noble! Yay, look at me!" You know what I'm fucking talking about.
True.
So maybe we could get better access to the satellites that are in the system. So if this dude does jump in at one of the gas giants and still maybe drop a couple of them probes we were talking about before. Because we got how many more days left? I've been having so much fun. I don't even know how many days we've been here now.
Yeah,
I hope we didn't fucking miss him.
Nah, we'll just call it 2 days. I haven't been tracking either. What you guys were doing was in the timeline of waiting.
So we figure 3 to 4 more days before he gets here, possibly, in system.
Yeah, give you 2
we
days.
beat him by weight. Okay.
Yeah, you guys got here a week ahead of time.
So I say, let's do some influencing. Let's be influencers. Like there's this guy I have to kill. He was a big influencer back in the day. I can't find him anywhere. Something gun. Yeah. So
weird.
He was weird. What do you think?
I'm okay with influencing people to do things.
It scares me whenever you say stuff like that, Jonathan. I think there may need to be some boundaries around Jonathan's influencing.
Debatable.
I mean, I guess that depends on what we're trying to influence.
True. Fair enough.
I mean, we're also still going to try to influence a civil war. I mean,
oh shit!
Tomato,
yeah,
tomato. Yeah. Like that's still my end goal. Like this has been fun. But
correct.
Dude, full scale civil war. Come on now. That's the game.
There does seem like a good chance to make a lot of money on that.
I like this. Money.
I like that idea. We have multiple ships. We can run weapons for both.
And don't forget that the Aslan war that's still going on down there, we're supposed to be running cargo for them. We've got so many things going on. So how are we going to kill this? Yeah, how are we going to kill this space vampire then? All right, so I'm going to go put on some nice clothes, get my hair did, go steal the captain's mirror back. Get done up, and then I'm going to go over to the Baroness's and make sure that everything is legit. Dak, did we get any papers yet? Where's our contract signed or our letters of nobility now? Do we get like cool like little scan cards or something maybe? Ooh, I want a brooch. I want a nice little brooch.
I don't think you guys have a title. I don't know if you want a title either, because these guys seem to be killing each other over it.
They do. Titles do seem to be putting you in harm's way quite often.
You guys are no fun. Do I at least get a brooch? Tell me I get a brooch.
Yeah,
you definitely should get a brooch.
Yes, thank you. Get my brooch. I look over, Kevin. I get a brooch. You were supposed to write a mechanized bomb of death. I'll give you a high five though.
Yeah. Suicide bomb.
Hey, the fail-proof system back in the lab that clearly wasn't
fail-proof.
Well, the thing that was supposed to shut down
everything
before the nanites got out.
The plasma injector.
The plasma injector. How much power is that thing? Like, is there any way we could jerry-rig a ship
with a plasma cannon?
No.
Like
I don't do science. I do knives and things. It's just a question to the science guy people.
I don't know guns. I don't know ship guns. You know, but I mean, I don't think this world will have the resources. I have a couple Wayfarer jacks left open. That shit hurts. I don't know. Well, let's go. I'm still going to the Baroness's, and I'm going to ask her about some contacts, maybe. I think Jonathan's right. Maybe we'll let the Baroness know what's coming. You know, fuck those other guys. We want them to kill each other off anyways.
We'll let her know that there's a zombie, like, nanite cloud of death heading for her planet.
Yeah, okay. Doc, you coming?
Of course I am.
All right, Deck, you gotta actually like put some clothes on, man, if you're gonna go to the Baroness's with us.
Oh, yes. Okay. Dressing.
Jonathan, you can bring your cat.
Yes.
So, Rep, yeah, I guess we get all dolled up and cleaned up and get a decent cab and go over to the Baroness's.
All right.
How's this?
Yeah. Bam. Look at that. I've got a formal picture of her too. That's funny.
Yeah. All right. So heading to her, you guys just want to, you're going there with the intent of warning her, and what else?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Bring the video proof, contact info for the scientists, because I mean, obviously they're going to be like, really, there's just a good.
Oh, we should bring Dude.
Yeah, so you
didn't kill Dude yet, did you?
Yeah,
Doc?
Lemuel.
Yeah, Lemmy.
Lemuel.
Yeah.
You need to sew his hand back on and like get him presentable. I mean, Define took it.
Love you.
Love you. I mean,
You're
like
muted.
You're not the boss,
Define
man.
took. Right. I mean, he still has it, so I mean, it's not taken. Like, I mean, when you take something somewhere else, it's not taken, it's still there. Right?
No, but
I hope.
maybe.
Either way, go get him. He still needs to talk.
Well, all right. So you guys are going to be in the Baroness's mansion. She's going to meet you guys in the. We're going to be in the parlor. Let you guys get talking.
I mean, if nobody stops him, Jonathan's gonna start like walking forward, like he's gonna speak first. And here I go.
And I stand
Hello,
around
Baroness. Huh?
No, I just stand around. Like you come walking up. I walk up back behind you, and then I step to your side, and I just look up at you.
Greetings, Baroness. We have come to tell you about a zombie nanite cloud of death that happens to be heading for your planet and will possibly kill everything on it and goo you all. And when you make the announcement, you need to know that the zombie nanite, that part's hyphenated, the cloud of death part is not. That's a description.
What makes you so sure that it's coming to this planet?
Oh, sweet. Here, look at the. We've got this data wafer of like all this proof, like, kind of, right here. Because we figured you'd ask.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm genuinely, I'm asking as a ref. What makes you guys think that the doctor's coming to this planet?
I don't know. I don't care if she believes me or not. I was told to warn her. She doesn't take my like.
No,
she doesn't take the advice, and she doesn't take like the proof that we got, like the video proof, and like talking to the guy. Like, I mean, oh well. I mean, we leave
But
and
no,
the
the
planet gets
reason why we
gooed.
think, well, the reason why we think that the thing is coming to this planet was from our astrogation checks from its jump and then its calculation on fuel consumption. This being one of many systems it could end up in, but it's also on the way to his home planet, where we figure that's his ultimate end spot.
Of Newman, right?
Yeah. So we figure he's got to stop here to
Newman
fuel.
and Newman has the
Nanite swarms. Yes.
Yep, he's gonna eat you for basically more nanites. Really, that's kind of. He's gonna.
Well, now that he is Jonathan's not wrong, but he's not right, milady. The truth is though that if you sit down and you watch this information, you'll see that a doctor was playing with things that he shouldn't have been. All, of course, in good hopes and dreams of serving the better good. But shit went sideways. And he has become an infectious creature, and we're kind of on our way to stop it when we got mixed up with you. So win-win for everybody. But we truly believe that he's going to stop around here. Don't know if he'll hit the high port. I doubt it. More than likely, he's going to hit one of the gas giants around here to refuel before he makes his jump to his home planet. There's multiple reasons why we need to handle this, and I'm not going to let you know all of them, to be truthful, Baroness. But do know that it does need to be stopped, and we would, wouldn't mind a little assistance, i.e., satellites maybe monitoring the gas giants, any plasma weapons you have mounted to a ship within the next, 48 hours, just little things like that.
I mean, he could eat the planet.
And again, he's not wrong, milady.
I mean, it's kind of unlikely. He might not come here to eat the planet, but I mean, if he's feeling froggy and he just is having a bad day, I mean, he could.
Well, Lemuel's kind of just rolling his eyes. Like, yeah, how's that really? It's a stretch.
I mean, it would take a while, but on a planet that doesn't have an anti-nanite swarm, it'd only be a matter of time. Look at the queen.
Anyway, the Baroness, she give you some of her assets at her disposal. She does not have a fleet of ships or weapons like that, though. Yeah.
But does she have satellites?
Yeah, you guys will be able to get access to the system monitoring system. So you guys will have access to all the sensor data coming in system.
Yeah.
All right.
That's 2 boxcars.
That is 2 boxcars. Holy shit. We barely ever crit in this game. That is awesome.
I told you, eat the planet.
She believes you.
He's not giving up on it.
No.
Guys.
But anything you guys could find, what's Cordon's system? I'll give you the planet system for the UWP.
It's a Tech 9.
Yeah, you only have access to Tech 9. Which is not.
You know what kills everything, though? Fire. Fire kills everything.
Well, surely your ship has fire.
My ship has weapons, yes. Yes, it does. What weapons does it have? It's got a triple turret pulse laser. So, but I'm thinking just in case if we wound the ship, do we board? If we drop the ship, it's just a far trader that we're chasing, right? I can't remember if we know if it's got guns or not. If it's got guns, it's definitely evolved enough to know to use them.
There's information on a far trader from your computer.
If we stop it, I say we push it into a star or a gas giant or something.
Well, can the nanites survive in space? They can't
Yeah.
survive in space. Are you
Here's it.
sure?
They can survive in space. They easily can survive in space. Mine survive in space all the time. But anyway, that's not the point. The point that I'm
I was
trying to
getting ready
make
to
is
ask this question.
the
Yeah.
point
So
here's the point though. A gas giant or a star, well, the star is easy. Plasma, burn them up. That part, not. The gas giant, even if the gas giant isn't like the atmosphere isn't completely like death
corrosive.
There's no way that their little nanite bodies are going to be able to produce enough thrust to get off that high of G. They're stuck. Now, I'm not going to say that after the next billion or so years, somebody in this neighborhood might not have a problem with a nanite swarm the size of Jupiter. All right. I'm not going to say that's not going to happen. I'm just going to say that's not our problem.
How many years?
I mean, like in the billions.
Their batteries will last that long?
No, but they'll be able to do internal fusion, use the heat for fusion. Their batteries only have to last long enough to actually make more. In fact, it's not so much batteries as it is running almost off like your own static electricity.
But will they have the resources inside the gas giant to build?
Oh yeah, I mean it's gas, but there's still denser particles. It's just going to take them longer to convert it than it would like physical matter. Thus, billions of years. Someone else's problem. I'm not saying this ain't going to kill them. This is not going to kill them. Jupiter wouldn't kill them. It would just really hinder things for a long period of time, longer than we have to worry about.
I'm not seeing any weapons on this thing, dude. We're going to blow this thing out of the sky and call it a day.
Right. Now we push it into a star, then the gravity sucks them in, and they fry.
What if we nuke the warp core in the thing?
I mean, theoretically, nuclear fires can work the same as plasma. I mean, once you reach as hot as a star, it really doesn't matter how you got there.
So at the end of the day, if we can't push it into something, because all right, so we're gonna have to definitely look at a tow cable and a harpoon for the Diamond Falcon and get that established.
Yeah, I gotta say, Lemuel, is he hearing any of this conversation about his?
Yeah, we've moved back to the our ship after we talked to the Baroness. This conversation is probably either it's in the cab ride back and as we're walking up into the ship.
All right, so Lemuel's he's gonna jump in and say, please, I insist, you don't have to kill my friend.
You mean vampires? How can we not kill him?
Well, that's it. Like Dr. Jolly's got the cure for the swarm on Newman. Like he's the research assistant, but he's keenly sensitive that what they were doing was the right thing to do to stop the affliction of the nanite swarms on Newman. If you kill Dr. Jolly, who now is the host for this cure, then all that work is lost.
So how do you propose to save him?
Yeah. How do we capture him? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, that's what he's asking. He said, yeah, you guys, he just objects to the outright killing.
Well,
you probably didn't like me dropping a building on somebody either. See, that's just the kind of person he is. I think.
All right, but let me ask you this then. So does he have? You were the assistant. You know how the thing worked and the containment field worked. Do you have any knowledge on doing something? Do you have enough time and the resources here available to do this act to try to save him, capture him? Like if you got a magic grenade or something, we can throw at him and it knocks his ass out, and you got a containment field we can throw his ass in. we might be able to save him.
Why don't we
or highest bidder.
Well,
he made zombies. Vampire weird zombies with claws coming out of their fingers, hanging from the ceiling in the ship. That's no. I mean, I've already got one weird thing I live with. Not you, Kevin. You're okay. But no. Jonathan, do you have any idea on how to contain this guy?
Heavy magnets, heavy electromagnets.
What about an EMP grenade?
I'm sending a whisper. This one has to be kept. No, nothing out loud. Oop. Grammar. So keep going, guys.
Okay. Yeah, they don't have EMPs here. Can you give an EMP grenade? I don't know. I'm thinking out of the box here. Because I'm sorry, Lemon, but I don't know how to deal with him. How to stop this? Do we need his influence at all for going back to tech world?
I don't know if the nanites. Maybe we're looking at this wrong. Maybe it's not so much zombie vampire. Maybe it's symbiotic.
Okay, I can understand that. I've dealt with things similar to that in my culture, which just means though we kill the body means it kills the host of those nanites, which means now all I gotta do is shoot the ship up in space's ass. But we've got a few more days, and if he answers the hail, I mean, we can negotiate.
We can negotiate with one hand, but having a very strong electromagnetic source on the other hand isn't a bad idea.
Okay.
EMP probably is a little more lethal than say the magnet. The magnet's just gonna kind of immobilize.
So
can you imagine having a metal infestation in you and you get a magnet applied to you? You just get Swiss cheesed.
Yeah. Kind of wish I'd have dumped everything into telekinesis right now because I would just fucking Magneto his ass.
Oh, there isn't what is this thing? Electromagnetic pulse, tech level 9. Oh, it's an ammunition.
Ooh. There we go.
Oh, sure.
I hadn't started digging into items yet.
People in this world can survive some shit. Like, I mean, unfortunately, the fact of the matter is he can survive being Swiss cheesed. Can he completely survive, like, having all of those metal parts in his body die from an EMP blast and stay in there? Looking at the assistant.
Oh, the assistant. Well, yeah, the EMP would could possibly kill all the nanites. But he doesn't like that idea because it kills the cure to Newman.
So would an electromagnetic pulse round what if we made them dormant instead of destroying them?
So, well, him and Dr. Jolly will have to figure out how to make him dormant. He doesn't have really a good idea. He'll need some lab space.
Well, we could probably find him some lab space, but...
Well, and we just got all of her resources are available to us. I'm pretty sure she's got to have some type of lab somewhere. Hopefully, and maybe our new house has got a small lab in it. Do we have time and the money to buy the stuff that you need? We're charging this all to tech world.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. The tech world had the lab that they needed. Right, that's why they were there. Had that tech level.
Dude, I watched these vids called MacGyver and this other one called Iron Man. Like, you better figure some shit out, bro, or your buddy's getting toasted.
Well, maybe it's a psychiatric thing. Maybe the nanites have caused Dr. Jolly to
go nuts. Yeah, that's
maybe looking at Dr. Carl. Oh, I guess if you had a psychiatrist, never mind.
I don't do the head stuff.
That was a dig
I don't
at
want
Dr. Carl.
Dr. Carl, you know anything about psychotherapy?
I don't like the head stuff. You stay out of my head.
I did no problem.
No, the question was you getting into somebody else's.
I mean, I'd try anything once, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you want me to take your mind and put it in his mind?
No.
No. Stay out of my head.
Right.
No, that's what we're doing. I like it. That's where we're going with this. Get ready for a mind meld, buddy. It's going to be a glorious time. You said you want to try some psychoactive drugs. We're going to put you in the mind of a machine.
I'm going to throw a null joy at him.
Okay, well.
Your dog. So sad.
Maybe if we came up with like a strong enough cage, electrified it, and made like a Faraday cage, then we could chit chat with them. It would at least like slow them down long enough to get the conversation going. It doesn't involve murdering a bunch of things.
That's never fun.
I find it fun, but that's just me. Other people don't find it very fun.
Well, I mean, murdering things isn't not fun. As long as you don't like mutilate it, and you can reuse the parts later. You have to murder with like a purpose, which I'm okay with.
Fair.
I'm not really so much worried about the purpose though either. I'm more like sometimes it's efficiency, sometimes it's how pretty, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's work. Depends on the day.
I just want to make sure that we get paid and I don't turn into a space vampire.
I don't think you guys are. You guys even doing this for pay?
Yeah, in a sense, because this guy's our like charter member of the tech world to make sure that we get paid when we start the Civil War. I thought.
What?
He's the one that contacted us. He's one of the. Go ahead.
Yeah, you met him in the bar.
Yeah, no, I'm talking not Lemuel. I'm talking about this space vampire dude. My wife's standing outside. I apologize. My dogs are like, yeah, they're assholes. I'll be right back.
I'm doing this because I'm just like getting paid to be here.
Happy to be here.
Yep, I'm just happy to be here. I'm,
Stop.
you guys let me like set up this assassination pretty well. Like, I mean, some of the more extreme ideas got shot down, but you know.
Yeah. Okay.
One day.
I feel like you guys are always planning to kill me every time I step away.
I've never gotten a whisper about that.
Not unless like you're on the space station. I would like to deorbit. I mean, if that happens, don't take it personal. But
okay.
just know that you didn't make me drop anything out of orbit. Society did.
Okay.
Good kitty.
Soulless bastard. So what have you guys decided? And we're getting reports now from these our marks, I guess, about ships coming and going, looking for that far trader. What the hell was something's? Oh, it was a weird ass name for that far trader.
Oh, it was a weird one. Let me see if I find it. Chase.
Lord Gerald's Fancy.
Gerald's Fancy,
Oh, that's an amazing name.
And I'm gonna buy some of these this ammunition. I'm gonna put an order in. It says CR times 10. So I don't know what the cost is. What is it? A regular bullet times 10 for it?
Yeah, I think it's listed on your weapon. What weapon are you getting it for?
I'm going for the Gauss pistol.
Check how this is programmed. Inventory, equipment. Yes. See, your ammo is at 20, CR 20. If you look at the actual pistol, then yeah, the ammo you just take the multiplier.
Got you. So 200 for how many rounds?
Magazine looks like it holds 40.
So I'll buy 4 rounds, 160 ammo of it. That's 2, 4, 6, 800 creds.
Andy's doing okay.
Right.
All right, so I don't know what we're gonna do for the next couple of days. Try not to get kicked off a planet, that's for sure.
All right, the assistant can work on some kind of cure or less than lethal. We'll set up EMP weapons, magnets, Faraday cage.
I don't know, man. You gotta put a piece of candy out for him and lead him into the cage. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Well, I was actually kind of
Exactly.
thinking about this. I'm like, since this ship is metal, you know, if we actually just harpooned it hard enough and then ran a strong enough current, we could potentially electrify his ship. Just,
Again, back to the harpoon gun.
I
We're
was,
still going to need to shove it into a star. I mean, so we circle back to
okay,
a harpoon gun.
I was just thinking.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, I could try hacking the swarm.
I don't know if I like that idea.
Yeah, I'm not 100% confident about it either, but I figured I would let you know.
It's like how long ago did I miss this whisper?
They're not time stamped, are they?
I wish.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Maybe I'll put in a feature request for that.
I'm surprised somebody doesn't have a mod or something for it.
Huh.
It's always fun when the ref goes, huh.
I'm just trying to think of an elegant solution to your question. You guys ever seen Firefly, but the movie Serenity?
Yeah.
I feel like you're about to just savage your ship and be the what was that?
The Ravagers?
Yeah, Ravagers. Yeah. Man, I may have to go back and rewatch that series and movie.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. It was like one of the first streaming shows on Netflix, I think. That's when I caught it. I'm sure it's not on Netflix now. But...
No, to buy that.
Well,
so what's going on now?
Yeah, so we're going to have to do some engineering checks to do what you want to do, I think. I feel like that's just some low tech.
They're talking. Well, I don't know how to push the ship into a star or whatever with the Diamond Falcon. Like maybe if we had
your mass,
one of the big ones.
Yeah, your mass ratio is not that good.
Fuck no. I'm just more about just shooting it the fuck out of it with my triple laser turrets.
I mean,
pulse lasers, yeah. And I mean, if we can't get a catastrophic failure out of it, then maybe board it and find a way to make the warp core go boom without getting turned into zombie vampires. If it comes to that. If we can talk dude off the ledge and like do some Professor Xavier shit and link, Doc's mind with the other Doc's mind.
Yeah,
I'm down for that too.
I've been delaying a little bit on this just because I'm really like duck back.
Yeah.
You guys want to take a break and come back and hopefully Deck's back and then we could execute a plan?
I like it.
I'm down for that.
You want to kick us a break, Josh?
So I looked into getting a harpoon attached to the Diamond Falcon. I don't know that that's going to work. I'm thinking the mass to weight ratio and a bunch of math stuff I'm not good at.
Oh yeah, I'm good at math. There's no way that's gonna work. But thanks for checking into it. I appreciate it.
I do what I can.
I want to know how conscious his nanite swarm is.
Second. You guys talking about pushing into the gas giant? I'm just thinking of this scene.
From The Expanse?
Yeah, I got it too.
Yeah.
It's in Skype.
When are they still going to do another season of that? I thought that last season they said was the last one, but then
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched the last season. I actually ended up restarting it. I'm on season 3 now. I'm very slow. I don't binge watch. I can't get more than an episode in when I watch TV right now. I need to find some way to relax. I just get I got too much stuff to do. Like I can't sit here watching TV. Drives my wife crazy.
yeah, that's it leaving.
Well, yeah, that's
video.
that's the consequence of not per se.
Getting out was not easy.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Let's hope not in like 5-10 months when you're saying 10,000 years.
Well, it's going to take a long time. Yeah, but that'll happen. Although it'll probably happen less like that, and they'll just keep feeding on the cloud, and they'll happen more like 5 or 6 of them all coming out at once, and then they'll go about their ways. But I mean, yeah, like that. What?
All right, so I want to make an astrogation check to plot a course that is gives us the best route to any 3 of the gas giants around. Is it 2 or 3 gas giants that are around this?
Oh man, how do we
I thought it
determine
was 3.
Yeah, I think
You pulled up a cool little map and
that was just doing the generator thing, right?
yeah.
I'm going on the traveler map right now just to see if it tells on the wiki. Gordon wiki. 3 gas giants according to the wiki. So you just want to triangulate the closest location of the 3.
Yeah, like where would the center point to all 3 are at.
You got it.
I've got a couple of days to take on it, so I mean, if might just spend a whole day.
Oh, yeah, you get bonuses spending more time on it.
Yep, I got it without it, but yeah, I still take a whole day on it to fucking. So this way, I find the perfect spot.
Yep. All right. Some stuff open, not close. That.
All right, and I think it's probably be best we spend the next couple of days in space because I don't know how long it's going to take us. Well, the ref will tell us how long it's going to take us to get from the planet to this jump point that's got us the closest to all 3 giants for whenever he comes in, and so gives us comms with the city. I mean, with the planet.
Yep.
So we know when it jumps in.
Yeah, and the jump isn't like it's not exactly 7 weeks. There's always fluff. It's supposed to be kind of randomized.
Yep. So I figure we got 3 days left. Might as well. He could show up any day now.
Yep.
Well, you guys are sitting out there. They just advanced it a week. those that are close and want to do this as downtime as they're floating in space? Does that get anybody over a training hump?
I think, what is it? I'm at 7 of 8 weeks.
Where is it? I'm probably behind. I'm at 2 of 8, but that's on my second round.
That's where I'm at too, because I know, what was it, like 2 or 3 sessions ago we did a level up.
Yeah, I missed my. Oh no, I'm have to do a double because I'm going up.
You're doing 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to take.
Yeah, so that makes sense then.
Oh, side note, every time I actually get into the game, I remember this. I was wondering if because angelic and Vin, whatever languages mean absolutely nothing in the game.
Yeah.
If I could change that to Aslan and maybe Varger.
Be a little bit more useful.
Yeah. But we'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have any training yet. Next week though, I'll get my pilot training.
I have no idea what week we're even on from the second week. From when we did that last training. No. I was keeping up with it. Then last 2 sessions. It was only 1 week, wasn't it?
Yeah, we haven't done. You did the jump was a week, and now you guys just waited here a week.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So after the time's lapsed and a couple days floating out in space, the Far Trader comes in sensor range. And it immediately starts making a beeline to its nearest gas giant. I can only assume you moved to intercept.
Yes.
Okay, we're not.
All right. So before we go any further, who's on what systems?
Yeah, everybody go ahead and take your positions, group positions.
I've got a pilot of. See, my pilot is 1. No, I'm sorry, my pilot's 2.
Diamond Falcon?
Yep.
Diamond Falcon, yeah. Everybody out there?
Oh, yes, I'll take the turret, but I don't have.
So you got sensors, don't you? And I got military grade, so you can know how to use sensors, or is that you, Jonathan? Deck, you know how to shoot guns, don't you?
Will it only show you like the things you apply for you can actually do, or what?
No, it'll show all of them.
Well, no.
Do we have is it a turret
Yeah,
or just
it's a turret.
Yeah, I got a
It only
one.
shows you what you could do for gun combat. It doesn't show you like an engineering check or sensor check if you've taken that.
Okay.
So yeah, I can run the gun.
And it's got a fire control software of 3 to help you out.
I can at least pilot.
Nice.
I have a 0 in pilot.
I got a 2 in pilot.
Alright, but do you have engineering?
I do not have engineering.
I have like general engineering. I have a goose egg, but then I've got J drive and life support, M drive.
Pilot.
Well, no, M's a 0.
Pilot is the only skill I have that actually I'd roll a 0.
Well, I'm good on the guns.
Everything else I'm rolling a -3.
Not good, but okay.
You could take Position on sensors.
That's a computer's check.
It's like, well, it's sensors. Yeah, but it's electronics. Yeah.
My electronics is at least at a 3.
Shouldn't be. It has to be at a 0.
My electronics.
With your education, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You with your bonus. I'm like, whoa. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, you be on sensors.
Is
that a position?
No.
Make it in. Put him in the astrogator seat.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm looking for my pins. Oh, I don't have on this campaign space combat. Close combat.
We got a 2 thrust drive. That's cool.
Yeah, sensor operator. Let me go ahead and add it as a position.
Oh, cool. You can do that?
Yeah. Train's out of control.
Fuck that train.
Well, he gets for turning left when the track went right.
Oh, yeah.
Told him. Try to tell him.
Yep. Some people just don't listen, man.
Come on. Passing Grounds is awesome, but sometimes it pisses me off.
Not all the best things.
I was gonna say, we know I'm sensors.
Here we go. Try sensor operator now.
Boom. Got it.
At least we got the right shift to this mission.
That's set. We're going to be at very long distances to start this off. I'm not going to put us on the map yet because we haven't scanned down the ship yet to see its intent, and I don't think we're going straight to combat.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you guys take over. Go ahead.
Coming up on it. Are we in sensor range?
Yes.
All right. Open a channel. And I elbow Lemon.
Yeah, he's ready. All right. So, Confronting Jolly is the name of my chapter. So, on comms, you get Dr. Jolly to hail you guys. He says, please stay away. I'm here for a refuel and I need to leave.
You elbow Lemon. They'd be like, talk to your friend.
Well, Lemuel take. All right. This is Dr. Jolly. This is Lemuel. You got to stop what you're doing. All right. And Dr. Jolly will respond, and they start interacting. Dr. Jolly says that the nanite infection gave me a fight or flight response, and I can't control it. I don't know when it's going to come out, but it seems like whenever somebody tries to stop me, I black out and I come to, and a bunch of bad things have happened.
Ask, look at Lemon and be like, where are you going?
I'm going to Newman. I'm going to end this.
when you say, I kind of look over at Lemon, like, when you say end this, what do you mean? How are you going to end this?
Just reading.
Yeah. How far away am I?
Yeah. We're at a very long range band. It's up to 50 kilometers.
50K?
Yeah. Jonathan, man. Oh, I see. There really is no swarm.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying swarm.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying. The nanites. The infection. Yeah. Carl, sorry, 1. Reading some things. Anyway, let me get going on this. Dr. Jolly is concerned that speaking calmly, he's worried that that he might lurch back into a combat state. But overcomes. I'm just going to review all this stuff. It's a lot easier this way. Let me just start going down these wickets. So we have a conversation going. I don't want to role play both NPCs having this conversation back.
Got you.
So Dr. Jolly was working on a way to control the nanite tech swarms that plague at Newman. The research is banned by the Shield Church, but he thinks he has found a way to reprogram the swarms, something you guys already knew. Ironically, Dr. Jolly's work depends on holy gifts of the Immortal Protector, a safe strain of nanotech used by the Shield Church. He believes he could adapt the programming used in the nanotech to interface with the chaotic swarms and shut them down. There are several grades of gift. Dr. Jolly was working with the combat upgrades used by the Flame Knights, the monks who fight and exterminate swarm infestations. However, he now believes he needs the Archon grade nanotech. Archon grade tech is closely guarded by the church. They will not give it up, but he's willing to take it from an Archon. Let's see, I got a couple more. It is all horribly dangerous, illegal, and in the eyes of the church, demonical. But Dr. Jolly believes he could save Newman from being slowly eaten away by its lost technology. This world can be a shining jewel of progress again, but he needs your help to do it. Dr. Jolly never meant to kill anyone. The nanotech he uses has a built-in defense mechanism that cannot be controlled or switched off, not without the Archon level controls.
So your defense mechanism turned those other people on the ship into nanite infested creatures.
Yes.
All right, I kind of cut calm so he can't hear what we're saying. We're still closing in on him. Weapons unpowered at this time. Let's see what happens because I don't want to come up with weapons ready. How far away are we again?
About 50 kilometers.
Where's the damn distance thing? Did I still have that up?
No map yet. Not until you guys go hostile. Then I'll set it up.
All right, long as you said, like, how many meters? Kilometers?
Kilometers, yeah.
Kilometers?
50,000.
Yeah, I'm not close enough to read his thoughts. Deck, crew, Jonathan, Kevin, anybody have anything on it? That We're supposed to be here to capture this dude or figure out what's going on. Now he's talking about like angelical names of beings and flaming knights, and he wants to capture or kill one of these things to get a program to upgrade his program to save his planet. Am I missing anything here? Like, anybody?
Could I run a computer check to see if anything he's saying is even like legit?
No,
I'm mostly looking over at Jonathan. Like,
you kind of got the gist. No, that's.
Do we still have the other dude with us?
Yeah. Lemmy's
here. Yeah, he's.
Lemmy's sitting right here with us.
Yeah, I got the conversation going.
You got a wife, a kid?
Is that Lemuel?
No, Dr. Jolly.
Yeah, Dr. Jolly.
No.
Nothing. Okay.
No kids.
I'm not sure. I mean, other than honestly just to appeal to his good nature, I don't really have much. I don't see how we can really stop him without killing him.
Without triggering his defenses, where he goes into full blackout mode.
Right.
But what's it? I'm still confused. I'm just confused. His end goal is his end goal to take down the church and free the science, or because to me that seems a little scary. Even though I'm with him on the religious thing, but
I'm not
this
saying like that wouldn't happen, but it sounds like what he really wants to do is he really wants to finish the church's job and defeat the swarm that's trying to take over the planet, which I guess would mean they don't need the
He's doing. I mean, he's saying that, but he's wanting to take it over with his swarm that has a defense mechanism to not die.
Well, Lemuel, he'll speak up. He says the swarm was created by an AI, a group of AIs, right? I mean, you guys have some of this information. He's going to fill in some blanks that you don't have. And as a result, the church, the Shield Church, Shield Church, was created to stop anytime a swarm arises on Newman. They put it down because they're the only ones that have this ability to stop the swarm. They are kind of a corrupt, controlling source of the planet.
Yeah, and he wants to get his hands on a high-ranking, powerful one of these warriors to like zap his powers to gain them to finish off killing the swarm, because his initial swarm is from the Shield Church, right?
Right. Yes.
His initial test swarm.
Yeah.
So, and then he added bad guy swarm to it, and then they fought, and then they broke out of the thing and infected him.
Yes, basically. But what Dr. Jolly's infected with, the nanites that he's infected with, are the cure to the planet.
In his mind.
And Lemuel. Lemuel's very certain.
Okay.
But he makes zombies.
That is a byproduct when the fighter.
At the end of the day, he makes zombies. So when his nanites feel threatened, they make zombies. Okay, so
that's what I'm saying. So let's say, let's say, I think we got to kill him, but let's say it's a good swarm, right? And yes, they're going to go to Newman and take down the church like they planned. But the end result is still, at some point, they're going to feel, this swarm's going to feel like they're being attacked and go back into zombie mode, right? So what's worse?
Well, yeah, because I mean, once it's done and they're like, "Oh, we got to shut down."
Yeah, they're going to be like, "Hell with that."
I think that's what they're saying. They need the Archon for, because then they'll have control over that.
Yeah, the Archon. So, during their conversation, did he ever say what threatened him on that Far Trader, that he ended up killing those people?
Yeah, you hadn't asked. No, they were pirates trying to board him.
Oh, they were trying to stop him.
Fair.
Right? So maybe we do stay out of his way. What's the this Newman's in the Imperium space, right?
It is, yeah.
Do we know like what they think about the whole thing? Are they cool with it just because they keep it self-contained and
let me get
all is good?
Let me get a computer check. See what you guys come up with on the history.
I don't know anything. I couldn't find anything about it.
There we go.
I got you.
I do have a library on board, so.
Let me bring up. I'm gonna see if the Pirates of Drinax, one of the books, came with the information before I use the internet. I need to use their things more often.
So are we going to go? All right. So what's your guys' thoughts? We're going to go to a planet, Newman, that's got raging swarms of evil nanites, and we got to go fight an angel to get good nanites. So our damn Peel can get its rest of his powers to defeat the other evil nanites.
Plus whatever, what was the chemical or whatever it is we need to actually kill them at the end.
Plasma fire, but we still got to worry about the but then we still got to worry about the Shield Church, and they'll still have nanotech, right? I mean, they've got fucking nanotech warriors
and
running out there.
Like some of their seekers got out too. Don't forget them.
Yeah, they're gonna be like super pissed.
It seems like an Imperium problem to me, and I don't see any way to make money on it.
That's about where I'm getting to. And I'm okay with Imperial having problems.
Next take on it is, hey, where's my money?
So rereading this information, I gave the computer information in game chat. So Newman is still a pretty productive planet, even though it was on the verge of becoming a tech level 16 at one point.
Wow.
The Imperium, they care, but they don't care enough to address the nanite swarm because the Shield Church does it. As long as the Shield Church is doing their job, they're not going to intervene.
And if we let this guy go in there and he fucks everything up, and it fucks up the Shield Church, but yet the swarms shift, then that means it becomes an Imperium problem, and they're going to have to come in and glass the planet.
Yeah, I guess, if everything goes wrong.
Maybe we make it go wrong?
You just want it to get glassed?
It's in Imperium space. It's resources they have to use.
Oh, I see.
Keeps them out by...
It's the Zidanian you're talking.
Yeah, that it is. So chaos across the universe. At least that's what they told me my job was. Yeah, so are we just going to let this guy go? We're going to shoot him out of space. So we do find out that he was defending himself. Sorry. All right, so turn the comms back on. Dr. Jolly, and I understand that you're you're beyond your own abilities to stop what you're doing. And by no means am I trying to stop you at this second. I just got a handful of questions. I mean, we got time, right? You got time?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
Good
refueling.
times, good times.
Yes, because the fuel scoops are in Planet, sure.
Yeah. So what about your end of our deal on what's going on in Tech World? See, me and you and well, us, we had an agreement, and you're kind of breaking that agreement. So, I mean, I do now. My next question though is, do the swarms inside you understand that you have agreements that you have to make? I mean, do they talk to you? Like, as how close is the ship now, too?
I'm keeping you guys at your max range, so that way. What are you trying to do? You trying to get in a mind read?
Fuck yeah.
What's your range on that?
Oh, Mind link is distant. Telepathy is long. That's the emotion one. That's honestly that's my go-to fucking power. But I'm thinking that's long, 51 to 250 meters.
Oh my god, we're straight up docking. All right, yeah, we'll let you guys start closing the gap.
See, distance I can send thoughts. Suggestion is short. Probe is close. Because if I can get into his mind,
We got to get real close, though. It sounds like.
distant 5 kilometers, 501 meters to 5 kilometers. So we're just talking, and then I'm going to go full on into Celine mode then and just sit down and probably. Well, since we got all this time, let's just talk. So tell me about these nanites. Like, what are you feeling right now? Are they like crawling around underneath your skin like bugs? I mean, are they in your veins? Um, are they like a part of your blood? What is it?
Yeah, no, yeah, they created a symbiotic symbiote. Maybe that's the word. They're symbiotes.
Okay, like do they talk to you? Can you talk to them?
No, but they I guess the way I understand, I'm just saying this is the ref. The way I understand it, they just release endorphins and chemical balances causing the
right. So when
so the nanites don't take over like physically the human host, they just trigger different types of emotions based on what they release.
So if his brain and triggers is triggered by the fight or flight response, releasing the endorphins and the things for it, the nanites activate and let's turn things into zombie modes. So if I dive
yeah, or the nanites got out and infected those other bodies.
Yeah, and then jump back in.
It wasn't really Dr. Jolly that did it. It was the nanites.
Right. But as long as the host's pheromones and mental stability is kosher the entire time, like he feels no threats, he is relaxed and calm, then they shouldn't be triggered, right?
No, that's correct, 100%.
Oh, I might put this guy right into a coma of just pure joy and let you blow his brains out there, Deck.
That would be great.
Me lucky.
I mean, because there's entirely too many variables. I kind of want to let him go off and do his thing, but we need to get paid. So, Dr. Jolly, how are we going to fix this issue on Tech World that me and you we sat down and agreed to? I mean, I understand you're on a mission of God, but
what was the agreement? I don't remember.
Okay, so maybe I'm just remembering wrong, but I thought he was one of the key components that came to us for this contract to get the big guns and get everything over there. He was one of the council members that was for it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess Dr. Jolly was part of that group. No. Dr. Jolly was using those facilities. I can't remember. I know what you're talking about now, but I don't.
You mean no? Okay, so I've been under the wrong impression this entire time. That's my fault. I should have better known.
1 second. Yeah, the scientist. You had Dr. Garrett Hodel. Dr. Jolly was one of the three consuls.
Okay.
I keep saying she because I screwed up at the very beginning and called him a he, and I just try to keep it that way.
Right.
But Dr. Jolly, yes, was one of the three. You're right.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, because like we need him back on Tech World too to free those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if he wasn't a part of it, and we're not getting paid. Then fucking
yeah,
we went on an adventure and got our baronship. You know, have fun out there in Imperial Space, guy.
Yeah, that's right. I remember, and I think it was Dr. Hodel was the one that asked you to go chase down Dr. Jolly. I think it's kind of dependent on you bringing Dr. Jolly back alive. Or,
Jonathan.
Well, or a really good alibi.
All right, it's fine. He's a space vampire. Doc, Jonathan, question. If I could get us close enough to him without triggering his defenses, can you guys subdue him and remove the nanites?
That is possible.
Jonathan, do you have a way besides me shooting him with one of these EMP rounds to incapacitate him without the triggering the nanites? Jonathan's.
I mean, as an EMP, yeah, I'm a little worried that's not going to do it.
You and me both.
Those things escaped from a lab where they actually had systems in place to shut them down, and they still didn't work. We need to send this thing close to the gas giant and straight on in. Blow it all to hell. But that's just me. I didn't.
But
I'm not the biology guy.
Paid, though. Yeah. That's the problem.
That's a good point.
If we smoke this dude and just like what we want to do, we're not going to get paid. What?
Now you have Dex.
Yeah. One, we spent all this money getting out here. Two, we did get a Baroness, like no minor noble title. Okay, that's cool. But three, though, the payday is, manufacturing that war on Tech World. And if we need dude, like we can do one of two things. Either we can follow this guy into the gates of hell and fight an angel and let him get his magic key to defeat the darkness. Right? Or we could subdue him, which, and let our two, let the soulless one and the Dr. Frankenstein try to figure it out.
Well, in your initial read, it's what's his name, Lemieux or whatever his name is. He around?
Yeah, he's right here with us.
Yeah. Okay. I won't ask the thing I was going to ask then. So, but I'll kind of scratch my chin and think, hoping that Celine hears me. Just because I forgot. What was your read on Lemieux again?
Oh, dude, he's not for the Shield Church. He totally believes this with all of his being that this is the right answer, this is the right thing to do, and he does not want his friend dead because it's.
So they both think they're really doing the right thing.
Yeah. They are like zealots to the extreme on it, which is awesome. That's cool. I mean, to have that much conviction on something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't put credits in our back pocket.
Well, if it's successful, it does, right? Because we've got these two guys kind of in some agreements with us that clearly know how to do some cool stuff. If we let them practice, unless of course they are religious zealots, and after they do this, they're done. They don't care. They're not going back to tech world. Blah blah blah.
Yes. Where'd Jason go? Was it? What are you thinking, Carl? Everybody gone?
No, I'm still here.
No, I'm here.
No, we're here.
No, I'm definitely down to try and capture him.
What kind of facilities you're going to need? What, we don't have that on the Diamond Falcon, that's for sure as fuck.
Right. I mean, I don't have like a little freaking science lab on me either. It's something that I could do something like that with on me. But if you could keep him out long enough to get him back to Fantaside, I'm sure there's something there that could work.
Keep this dude fucking sedated for 3 weeks? There's no way. There's no way. Too many variables.
I've got enough drugs.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to get you guys. I'm seeing the wizards. I'll get you within range of your telepathy.
All right. On that last whisper, though, I want to know how he. Do I notice an inflection in his voice? Is he become like? Is he thinking he is the hero of his own story, and that? You know, even though what is happening to him is horrible, but it's just cause, and it has to be done. In the, you know.
This is, I think, more like eco-terrorist. Right. Doing what's best for the planet.
He's gonna wipe everybody out on the planet. So after talking with him for this while, you know, and building this repertoire with him, getting him calmed down, you know, and be like, even say, you know, I feel like we honestly finally know each other, you know. I mean, trying to build this up. And the entire time, though, Dr. Carl doesn't like it, but I've been like pumping this conversation into his head between the two of us. I'm looking at him to fucking tell him to analyze it. How is this? Is it more nanite than ego, or is it more ego than nanite? As these are things I need to know for me to get ready to dive into this guy's brain and like push on his emotions to be calm and feel safe around me, especially when he's on fucking high alert.
Yeah, right now nothing's triggered in him.
Yeah.
What does that even mean, though?
What? What does what mean?
Nanite or ego?
Okay, so is it the nanite programming that's pushing him to do this, or is it his ego that he has been working as a scientist his whole life to defeat this thing, and now he feels he has the power to do it, right?
Well, I mean, that's what they were doing. That's literally how he got infected.
Right, right. But I'm saying though, if there's a shred of his self left, and it's just the nanites making him do it, like maybe a couple in this conversation, a couple times he's like really, really saddened that he's got to do this, or that he's got to go to his home planet and kill some holy warrior. Who's been out on the bat.
Yeah, but what's his nuts? Lemuel will say. I mean, that was the plan to begin with.
Yes. So I don't know if it's that's what I mean when he's triggered this fight or flight. Is he really is it really the truth? Is he really like, oh, I black out and I don't know what's going on? Or is it like his claws are turning into Wolverine and he's ripping through people having fun doing it? And it's just another part of him doing it. Kind of like Bruce Banner and the Hulk. They're still the same person, but that's why Selene is thinking about it now, because everybody wants to try to keep this guy alive, or we got to try to save him instead of just shooting him out of the sky, because if we do that, we're losing our payday. And I don't know how long it's going to take us as we're just cruising, talking and doing everything. And Jonathan, so do you think if I can keep him calm, cool, and collected for us to get close enough to him, is there any way that you and the doc can spring a trap to knock him out and remove the nanites from him?
No.
Okay, so I don't know these things. I'm not a scientist.
Me neither. I'm a translator.
I said I can do it.
Yeah, but he's the one who knows nanite technology. Like, we might be able to knock out the body, but if the nanites come out of him and attack us, we got to have to find a way to defend ourselves. Jonathan is so far our subject matter expert on nanites, because
I'm actually
if you knock him out,
qualified in cybernetics.
I mean, if you knock him out, I think you're going to trigger that fight or flight real quick.
But what if we put him to sleep?
You realize they control his endocrine system, right? Like, they literally could just, rock him full of serotonin. Rock him full of adrenaline.
Yeah, and I can rock him full of fucking serotonin again and make him super happy and make him super calm and relaxed and feel, at peace when we are around. I'm pretty sure we're going to give him a brain aneurysm if we do it this way, though.
Wipe out some of them informative med years.
I mean, because if we just vegetable him, what will the nanites do then? The brain's just fried. While he's talking in our conversation, the nanites don't physically move his body completely. If so, then
probably not.
I'm open for suggestions. What's the round table think? Do we want to go on a space adventure even farther and go fight an angel? A nanite robot angel thing? I'm not really down for that because I don't see a payday. I mean, nothing is leading to gold or credits.
I'll watch that shit.
No, see that's the thing is we won't be watching, we'll be participating if we go with this guy. Yeah, let me shut up. I don't care. You have your holy zealous moment, whatever, dude. Doc?
You tell me what you want me to do. If you want me to get the nanites out of his head, I'll get the nanites out of his head. If you want me to use his body parts for the next Kevin, I'll use his body parts for the next Kevin.
Dak?
I'm a doctor, damn it.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm scared of the whole thing. I don't completely understand it all, but sure would be nice to get paid.
So how do we get paid?
If we could figure that out, I don't really know.
Oh, right, here we go.
Because I feel like even if we let this guy, even if we help him on his way, basically, they screwed us over on Tech World. He's not coming back. He's a religious nut in his own right, to be honest with you. Even though, right, he's saying it's like a band of atheists that are just 100% sure they're accurate. Same thing.
Okay.
Like they've decided I've taken the church down, and yeah, we believe in it. We think this is the way to do it, but it's like he's more on a crusade than he is.
All right, so I like what you're saying, Deck. I pushed the button to call over there to Dr. Jolly. So, Dr. Jolly, for us to help you do what you want to do, how do we get paid? And what about your responsibilities on Tech World? I mean, are the nanites driving you so far that what you're willing to start and what you were a part of on Tech World means nothing now? And again, how are you going to pay us if we help you? Let alone pay us for our time already on Tech World.
Well, that's how I want to answer this. Right, so Dr. Jolly, it's got a plan. Like, I know where an Archon is. It's in Mirage. You guys will come with and help me get this Archon, so we could upgrade my nanites, upgrade them, so that way we could I have control and I can release them on the swarm of Newman. Then we could defeat the swarms there. After that, Lemuel and I will be going back to Tech World to continue our studies.
How are you going to pay us to help you fight an angel?
Will you upgrade my nanites too?
Shut up, nope.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we can get them, if they're really going back to Tech World and they got stuff to do,
well,
we can monetize that.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's the part I didn't want to really answer. Like, you guys aren't getting paid for this at all. What your choice is now is to help, and then that original contract is still available, or don't help,
right?
And that contract doesn't exist anymore.
It's null and void. Yeah.
It's a big payout. You've done little legwork to get going.
Are you saying we're greedy?
Because you've been chasing Dr. Jolly's ass.
That's a good point.
All right, so let's keep
back to my nanite upgrade.
Get the thumb down.
So
get the thumb down.
I'm out.
He said, "Shoot him."
I mean, we are a democracy on this pirate crew. I'm not gonna walk away from this. What do you got, Jonathan?
He just proved he's like all for his tech and nobody else's. So, fuck him.
But it's a payday 1%, or what'd you say? 1% of a total planetary income.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
I can't throw that away, Deck.
Okay,
so.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we get, if that's still his plan.
All right, so he's in control enough to know that when he gets this done running its course, then he should be in control. That's the end goal.
Yeah, get the Archon, get control of the nanites, release
the swarm.
Release their
Yeah.
Well, release the nanites on the swarm. The swarm is more of the proper noun for what's infected on planet. That's why I want to be careful using that word.
Gotcha, got you. So Dr. Jolly, this Archon that you're going to go do battle with, how are you going to defeat it? What is it going to take to defeat it? Yeah.
Let me see if I know exactly what they think they know before I give it to you. Because I may give you I might give you the part that they don't know accidentally. So let me give this a quick once more. All right, so the Marquis de Hob. I'll get this. Is a wealthy woman who is on the planet of Mirage, which is en route, right? Is hosting a conference on the planet of a sector-wide interfaith conference. Right? So they expect members of the Shield Faith to be there. If the Shield Faith is there, they'll send, the different types. An Archon will then surely be present.
So he wants to go to a fucking vacation Bible school.
Yeah, Kumbaya camp.
Kumbaya camp. Hope that one of these multi-powerful beings shows up, and more of its kind of different levels, different strengths and whatevers, will be there also on display. And he wants to do battle with one of them, get the magic key, and then leave Mirage and go to Newman.
Yeah.
And drop a nanite bomb.
Dropping loads.
Dude, we might need him on our fucking ship at this point because that is ridiculous and that kind of fits in with us.
I'm down for whatever drugs he's selling.
Right. So, all right, Dr. Jolly, we're still keeping our distance. Since we're close enough, why don't you just go ahead and send us a data link of all the information that you have on this place, so maybe we can review a plan to see if it's even feasible. Because apparently your nanites are really blocking your logic receptors. Because that plan's fucking stupid, even for me, and I do dumb shit.
Right. There's this. I'm just grabbing some basic computer information for you guys.
Yeah.
Then let me see if the Pirates has anything on Mirage. I already know Mirage is like some backwater that the Imperium doesn't really care about.
It's a tech level 10, law level 6, no firearms except shotguns and stunners.
Yeah, I know. It's like a desert planet that was initially on the initial surveys of the Third Imperium. They disregarded the planet as not worth their time. But it is only now kind of becoming a thing.
What is the government? Balkistan state? I don't even know how to fucking pronounce that. Is it? Yeah, balkanized. What does that mean? And it's government level 7?
It is balkanized. It's a region or body divided into smaller mutually states or groups.
Europe.
Yeah, balkanized.
Gotcha.
No other computer information. Let me check my shadows of Sindel.
I also want and need information on these different type of archons that we might be coming up against. If he's saying that there's multiple, like for sure one of these powerful ones is going to be there, but they said other ones will show up too of different
the different
orders.
Yeah, remember there's a few different orders.
Yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure once you pop out, regardless of what order they belong to, they're all going to draw swords or blaster rifles. All I can think of is Warhammer fucking right now with all of these guys walking around into this. That's just what I'm envisioning. All these different orders of holy knights.
Yeah, well, I would say the plan.
Not
the
big.
The plan wouldn't be to confront them at the conference in front of everybody, right? This is a snatch job.
How do we snatch up another nanite user like him? Because they're.
You have to do some old-fashioned Sherlocking on this one.
Does he know the name of the place that the gala is going to be held?
Yeah, well, it's going to be at the Marquis mansion.
Okay, so we probably don't have any way to get any information on that. All right, so we going to do a snatch and grab job, or are we just going to shoot this guy full of plasma and go? We helping this guy or not, crew? Don't give me an indifferent wave. I want a yes or a no.
Yeah, I think we're helping him.
Why not?
So I think this guy here that's with us, he's convinced. Jolly's convinced. We think we can. They think it's going to shut itself down. Let's help him get where he's going and.
Even I'm starting to not hate this guy.
Do some things.
All right, so get back on the comms. Back off the ship a little bit. Just real quick, though, while we're right here, I want to read surface thoughts on him. All right, Jolly. We're in, but our end goal is to get you back to Tech World.
Right.
Now, if we don't get you back to Tech World, we need something from you to give your blessing on what is about to happen in Tech World.
They give you access to my research.
Deal.
Okay.
All right. We'll follow close behind.
All right, so we got to take a look at a map, and then let me go ahead and share this thing, because it is a hump.
So we got to fuel up here, too, and make this jump.
Yeah, one of like 14.
Oh, we're definitely going to have some training time in.
Yeah, so here's the thing. There's an X-boat route. This was Jolly's plan, was to make it to Fist. Let me get the map going first. Let me see it. Share screen. All right, so where are you guys at? Corden? And you're gonna jump to there's Mirage. That's where you're gonna go first before heading to Newman. Newman's up here.
Okay.
All right, you guys on a J3 is 5 jumps.
That's deep in the heart of the third.
Now what Jolly was trying to get to was Fist, right? And these green lines are X-boat routes.
Okay.
You guys familiar? We did an X-boat system. It feels like a couple years ago now.
Is that where we hitched a ride on a big fucking ship to make a long jump?
Yeah, and we just time lapsed. Yeah, we just time lapsed that way. We don't have to make rolls, and we just did it.
Okay.
That's really That's it. So Jolly was going to go all the way to the X boat to Gezelin, and then do the trade to barrage.
How much time is that going to shave off of our trip? Or does it still take the same amount of time?
Now let me see what an boat. I'm gonna check the game. I forget. It's been so long since we had an opportunity to use an X boat.
Yeah, we've been staying in our little background for a while now.
Even the last campaign, once you got out in the Trojan Reach, you guys never came back in the Imperium.
No. Why would we want to be in there?
X boat. Afraid to type X and you guys see what my search history looks like. Oh, maybe they're in spacecraft right there. Express. Yeah. I just kept typing X. Here's an express boat in game. I can stop the. Leave it on. Leave it on. So express boat has J4. So from fist. At J4. We'll take only three jumps. Well, I'm not really going to Mirage. But it'll be 4 jumps to Gasolin.
And then we make our 2 jump in our own ship.
Yeah. Oh no! Wait. Why am I thinking this? It does go straight to Mirage. Yeah, so you don't even have to do that. So 3 weeks to travel if you go to Fist. Make one jump to Fist. Believe. And 1, 2. No, you got to make 2. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna be just outside of Imperial space. So 2 weeks to Fist. And 3 weeks to Mirage. So 5-week time lapse. This is what we want to go with.
I like it.
Yep.
All right. How do you guys feel about pinning it here then? It's logical. Somebody can pick up in Mirage from the. But we just need to make a jump to Fist. They get the astrogation and J drive engineering. And then is Jolly gonna stay on the far trader? Okay. So then let's do that. Go ahead and give me your J drive astrogation check. Task set to 4. Ready for it.
Yeah.
and engineering J drive.
I muted you on Facebook. I mean, I muted you on Skype when you were chewing.
Yes. Yep.
Jay.
Yep.
Am I the J drive guy?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Boxcars again. Maybe we should have fought him because the way we're rolling tonight, we could have just wasted him. Like, I would have made Lemon come back and sing our praises over what had happened and, still get the contract.
it's funny you say that because there's an opportunity where you guys started where we started where it says give up on the chase. That would kind of qualify. And all it says if they give up on the chase, the adventure ends here.
What?
That's it. There's not like no go back to Tech World and
wow.
No, well, now you guys are back. Yeah, then you guys are back. Yeah, then you guys are back looking for a new mission. I was really leaning towards you guys at least having a conversation more before you just smoked them. Because that's like, man, that's kind of disappointing. Right. Oh, he's dead. All right. What do you guys want to do next?
We'd have been like, go back to Tech World and been like, the Space Vampire's dead. We did it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can work that contract. You can work that contract.
Right. Yeah.
But that'd be it. I gotta have a scramble for a new patron for our next scheduled adventure.
A space vamp.
Okay, so we're gonna start. Okay, so we're gonna start in fifth. Let me start making these notes. The fire. Message of the day. You're leaving a civil war behind you.
Soon to be. All right, I got my 8 of 8 now.
Then we're gonna make some education checks before we head out for the night. So jumped. Jolly in their chips. Taking X boat to Mirage to get Hercon's nanites. That'll be the message of the day when we come back next time. Next. All right. I'll take education checks. That was another. I'm gonna add that week now. You guys counting on the 5 weeks?
No, I was going to do that next session when we got there because all I needed was one more week to get my training. And then that'll start a new training block after this for those 5 weeks.
All right. How about you, Josh? Same thing? Or do you need those extra 3 weeks?
No, that puts me at 9 weeks and 1 extra week of something new.
Does this 1 week? Okay, so let's go ahead and get your guys' roles then. Nice. What do we get? Nice. What do we get?
Piloting is now a 3.
I now know Scientology.
We're a Renaissance man.
I'm getting all the knowledges.
Scientology.
All right, so if you got a characteristic 0 in it, except for unskilled, right? And you have, what is it, level? If you have level 0, it's how many weeks? Because the next one is
8 weeks. 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yep.
Nothing
to 0 is 8 weeks. 0 to 1 is 8 weeks. 2 is
0 to 1.
2 is
Gotcha.
Yeah. Start adding 8 week training blocks.
All right. So right now I'm at 0 of 8 weeks, but when we come again, it'll be 5 weeks. I'll be 5 of 8 weeks for the next one.
I think Mirage is only 3. But then we got to get you to. That's where I was kind of getting ahead of myself. Giving you too many jumps. Next week you're gonna get 3 more. Next week you're gonna get 3 more weeks.
Okay. So I'll 4. Yeah, because
in 2 weeks you'll get 3 more weeks.
Okay.
So I need to do from 0 to 1 in level. I need 8 weeks, right? Or 0 to
0 to 1 you'll need 8 weeks. 0 to 1 you'll need 8 weeks. And
I'm gonna raise telekinesis to 1. I think that's what I'm gonna work on next.
How many did we just get?
Yeah, we technically only just got one. But
after that, we'll get 4 more.
Oh, so you hit yours this week, is what you're saying?
Yeah, mine hit this week. Because I had to wait a really long time to get my pilot up spacecraft. We still streaming? Either way. So now that we're at a stop point or whatever, Ref, is it cool though if I change my languages to the Varger and Aslan?
Yeah.
Do you want me to? Okay.
Yeah. We said it was Villani. We said it was Villani is kind of the common.
All right. We'll say good night, everybody.
Good night,
everybody.
Good night, everybody.